It's just part of the human factor, like the unknown. And then when you do see something that's popular or niche or whatever the case is, it just hits. It's just one of those things.
You can't stop me. I just want some stuff. Is that okay? Could we get down to maybe 190? Dollar amount for the entire case. What are we at right now?
Oh shit, for the entire case? I'd probably be at like, I don't know, somewhere in between 30 to 50 bands, honestly.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dude, I have seen more pregnant women at this mixer than you would ever imagine.
Hey, it's me, Tim. Welcome to the Patreon. Today, we're spending a little bit of time at the Wilmington Sports and Pokemon Card Mixer, I believe they're calling the event. A decision I'm not sure I'm in love with.
Welcome back to the Tim Butterly Show. Friends, we had to take it. I'm grounded. We had to bring it indoors for this week after my stunt in the park last
You got
week.
sunburnt podcasting?
Yeah, I left it all in the field, man.
Oh my God.
No one wants it worse than I do. My whole body is completely fucking scorched, man. I'm covered in a thin film of aloe vera lotion. It's the most uncomfortable I've ever been in my entire life. I'm a sticky fucking mess, and my clothes feel like burlap on my body right now.
You got like a hair shirt on? Like those 14th century monks would wear like a purposely...
Yeah, I feel like an ascetic. I'm torturing myself in the streets in the name of a deity who's never going to notice me.
You're literally a desert father. I'm obsessed with the desert fathers right now.
What's their deal?
They were like 4th century monks who like once Christianity became the official religion of Rome, they were like, yeah, fuck that. We're out of here. This stuff's not for winning battles. And they just went into the desert outside of Jerusalem and just fucking chilled.
Did they get anything done, or was it just
they came up with
forever?
No, they did. They came up. Yeah, it was basically their whole thing was like trying to be even pretend you're great at anything is a sin. So they were like, we suck. We're not really good at anything. But they did come up with a ton of cool sayings and stories just about guys getting tricked by the devil. They just sat out in the desert and they're like, Brother Abbott, please tell me one cool thing. And they're like, I have a cool story. And they come up with like a cool tale.
A fable
of like
for
a
you.
quick 4-line fable. And then he'd be like, damn, I have a whole book of them. They're so tight.
Yeah, it's
But they
so
just chilled
cool.
out
That's
in
the
the
best
desert.
way to be a guy that's like, trying actually sucks, dude. You
Well,
know what rocks is nothing.
Well, yeah, they were just like, they were like, you could try, you can do whatever you want. But as soon as like, it was like if you, like, they're like, yeah, you should definitely fast. But if like, they like, you have to fast, they'd be like, we're going to eat a meal with our brothers because you can't tell us we have to fast. It was really,
They were just autistic with like a
for real.
defiance fixation.
For real, we're autists.
Yeah.
Big time autists. That just, and every other story is about like a powerful judge came to talk to one of the elders and they always hide. They'll be like, a guy wants to talk to you. He's like, no doubt. And they'll just like walk past them with a thing on, the cloak, like they'll be cloaked up and be like, yeah, walk past. They'd never want it to be seen. It was kind of tight.
That's me historically every time my doorbell has ever rung. It's like, don't make any noise. They'll think maybe we have more than one car. There's one car in the driveway. Don't make any noise. We left the lights on when we left. Just shh, stay perfectly still.
I'm the opposite. I'm so curious when the doorbell rings. I'm always like, ooh, who could it be?
Have you ever had a disaster with that though?
I've had people in Philly. I've had people knock up on some bullshit. I had a guy one time be like, "This is my house," and I'm like, "Yeah."
You wish.
First of all, I was like, "It was a shitty house." Is when I lived in West Philly. He's like, "Yo, this is mine." And I was like, "Nah, it's mine." He's like, "Yeah, but like my people used to live here." It's like, okay.
Oh man, what if that was like now he's like an accomplished athlete and he was like, I'm gonna take you back where it all started. You know?
This man did not look like, he did not strike me as an accomplished athlete. No, he was just he was a vagabond and he came up and he was like, this is my house. I was like, dude, that's not how you get a house.
I'm here to stake my claim to my ancestors' property.
Yeah, it was very medieval of him. He came like, this is the house of Targaryen.
No. Were you prepared to defend it, or were you just
I had
like,
a gun.
No, something more honorable, maybe a rapier.
Every time I answered the door, I had a gun. I would be like, oh, what's up, dude?
Yeah, I only have the shotgun, and that's too much. It's tough to consider. It's going to be in my pant leg.
It wasn't even my gun. I was just borrowing my brother's gun, which I think is illegal, but
That's my gun.
Yeah, it's just my brother's gun.
No, I had my first encounter with someone coming to the door. last week. And bing bong, and I was actually excited because now I'm in a nice place, and I opened the door, and it was 2 Mexican teenagers, and they were going door to door washing cars during the summer.
Okay.
And I went, well, maybe that's just something people do around here.
Did you give him a pair of bikinis and go ahead, guys? I'll get the soap, boys.
Could you guys press your mustaches against my glass for me, please? Could you soap those things up? So,
Especially teenagers would have the fine bristle mustache.
oh yeah, premium.
That's what paintbrushes are. If you get an expensive paintbrush, it's like prepubescent Mexican teenager mustache hair. That's for like the fine edges.
The Japanese artisans are importing them to make a $5,000 paintbrush for a single. It's a single line stroke.
Did you bite on the surfaces?
Well, my obviously my instinct was no, thank you. I don't want to do that. And but then I was like, no, let's get involved in the community. And I said, I like what you boys are doing. How much? And he said, $20. I said, okay, great. I don't have a hose yet. So they had to use my neighbor's hose.
Sick.
And then I was like, well, there's my excuse. I was like, I'm sorry. I don't have a hose yet. They go, we can ask your neighbor. I was like, dang. Yeah. Well, I was like, wow, that's impressive, young man. Go ahead and ask my neighbor if you can use his hose. And if he says yes, then you've earned the $20. And they went and they asked him, and he said, yes, I guess. And they washed the car. And I had to jump on a call before they were done. So I went out and paid them before they were done. And I never saw them again. And then the next day, my neighbor came over. He said, hey, your guys or whatever, they stole my hose nozzle. And I said, God damn it.
No.
God damn these young Mexican boys.
They took his nozzle?
They took the fucking nozzle.
Oh, man.
I said,
How's your
well,
neighbor?
Never again. He's like, it's a very familiar vibe. He's like an autistic electrical engineer type.
Perfect.
Yeah, he works remotely, and he's just a fucking old nerd. So I'm just like, thank God, man.
You guys have reached old nerd Valhalla.
I met him. I was like, I could die here.
Dang, they stole his fucking... That would piss me off.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll go run and grab you one. And I was hoping he would just be like, lesson learned, don't worry about it. He was like, you don't have to get me anything fancy. I said, okay. Fuck. I guess I'll run to Home Depot. I guess I'll spend a half hour going to Home Depot.
At least you got a hose, I'm guessing, when you were there.
Yeah, and then I got a hose, obviously.
Hose and 2 nozzles?
Yeah, hose and 2 nozzles.
What'd you work
exactly.
with? What'd you go with nozzle-wise?
Can I be honest? They
Yeah.
had one for like $2.69. I said I'm better than that. I went $4.69 instead. It's got a couple of settings on it. The real treat though was
You almost got him like the construction site, just no settings.
it's got the crank nozzle on it. Hey man, I get you kind of an upgrade. And he's just like, what? I don't want to use this.
My neighbor rocks the Doug Funny lawnmower. You know what I'm talking about?
The push one that spins.
Yeah. Every time I see him out there, I go, bro,
That sucks.
come off of it. Get a fucking Ryobi,
You have
dude.
to drive from your fucking the ball of your feet to get the grass blades cut.
You got to sharpen that blade too.
But that's a step above. I got a electric battery mower.
Yeah, right.
No one respects you, man.
What are you talking about?
It's gas. You got to go gas.
Nah, man. I will ride or die Ryobi till I have the blower. I'm just fully battery powered. I'm Mega Man.
I'm
totally Mega Man.
You're charging your tanks.
For a small lawn, the battery powered Ryobi is where it's
Look,
at.
you're preaching to the choir, but I'm just saying I shared that information. And it was like that was a deep regret. People were just like, "You're fucking gay, man." Not only that, but, and this is, I mean, while we're on the humiliation ritual, I didn't even go Ryobi. I found a brand called Ego, and it just looks like fucking baby's first lawn kit.
It shoots bubbles out of it.
It's popping. Yeah, so it's like nobody's perfect, dude.
Where did you score that thing?
I think it was a Lowe's. It might be a Lowe's brand. It might be store brand at Lowe's.
Gotcha. Yeah, only have a depot near me, so I haven't been to the Lowe's in a while. But yeah, I've just been rocking the depot. I had an embarrassing thing when we had the hailstorm. It took out our windows, so I had to go to Home Depot, and it was like total man of the house stuff. I was like, I gotta patch these windows up, and I'm not mechanically very inclined. But I was in there. I had a full, like, you know those, not even a shopping cart, like the fucking flatbed. I had one of those things, like fully loaded, circular saw horses, I was like sheets of plywood. I felt so fucking cool. I even fucking had a tape measure on my pants because I had to measure everything. And then
You're leveling the cart.
yeah. And then Brittany called. She got me like, "What do you stop? Like, just call it." Because my Uncle Joe's like super handy. He literally is a carpenter. And I was like, "No, I got this." There comes a time in every man's life when he has to get the fucking circular saw and the sawhorses and start cutting up some plywood. And I'm in line, and I think she called my Uncle Joe and like put in a plea of like, "Bro, please
Save us.
please save us."
He's about to ruin our family.
My husband's about to decapitate himself out front of our house at nighttime. And he called me. He goes, what are you doing? I was like, just getting some stuff. He goes, "Dude, by the time you get home, I could have that cut and put it in your house. Please stop." And then I was fully LARPing as a contractor there. I was like giving people advice on shit. I was like, "Oh, with that, no, you need the Gorilla Tape. That's a lot stronger than other stuff." and then, so he calls me. He's like, "Dude, I'll swing by tomorrow. You want plexiglass anyway, because that way the light still comes in the meantime." I'm like, "Yeah, good call." So then I have this thing loaded to the gills. I'm at the self-checkout. The lady's there, and I had to go, like, while ringing up, I had to stop. And I looked at the lady, and I was like, "Job just got canceled. I got to put this stuff back." And then I went and abandoned the flatbed in the store like a scumbag, just totally loaded up.
Excuse me, man. Put all this stuff back, please.
I was like, "I'll get it." And I just like reeled it. I put it back in the lumber aisle and just ditched it. It was like, later. I'm out of here. I was totally humiliated, dude.
A fucking 7.5 minute fantasy comes crashing to the ground.
Literally to dust. I was like, "This is where I get handy. This is where I could probably build a house."
Yeah, I mean, you're only a series of YouTube videos away from any project.
Yeah.
And then it's an 8-minute video usually. And
Yeah,
it's like how to replace a shower drain. And you go, all right, 8 minutes. And then you're not going to be able to focus for that whole 8 minutes. So you're going to miss some pretty crucial stuff. Maybe it's the way he's holding something. Maybe, and you go, it doesn't look like it goes in that way. Maybe I bought the wrong thing. So you're watching and now it's like 3 trips to the store.
Yeah.
15 rewatches.
Yep. And then you're just like, wait a second.
At the end of the day, it mostly works.
True. I could have had it. I know I could have cut the plywood and put it up, but he was totally right. He goes, "The plexiglass." He's like, "You want light in the room," and I'm like, "Yeah, shit, you're right."
Wait, you were gonna board up your windows like a zombie movie?
Dude, that's what everyone did around me. Everyone boarded up. There's been places that have been boarded up, still are boarded up around me today. It's been, I don't know, a month and a half since that hailstorm.
You report them to the HOA?
I should.
He's like, it's a fucking blight, man.
Dude, we have neighbors that just, apparently people can just buy fucking houses and not live in them for a year and a half. It's fucking crazy.
You should set up in my old neighborhood, they had kind of like a black market service where they would match up squatters with vacant properties. Like
really?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're on the Section 8 list for a long time, and so you go. This guy knows which places are open. You go in there, you set up residence, and they can't kick you out. You could probably in a nice neighborhood like that.
Yeah,
you could probably make $600-$700 a month, man.
That'd be sick. That wouldn't be bad. But yeah, I had to. I reached out and I was like, "Yo, bro, just so you know, your windows got smashed, and it's been boarded like for a month and a half. Hopefully they pulled up the carpets at least, because otherwise it's going to be wet carpets.
It's going to be stinky as hell.
It's mold, bro. I fear the mold, dude. I'm a psycho about that. Because Chloe's room got wet, and I was just like, fans 24/7.
Yeah, well, I mean, the smell is what bothers me. Yeah, I know mold is really dangerous.
Yeah.
And you don't want it.
Yeah.
But I think I've seen some mold in my day.
For sure.
If you can't smell it,
True.
What I mean to say is if you can smell it, that's where I'm just like, dude, I gotta change everything or I gotta burn the house down.
You gotta rip it up, and I don't think there's really anything. I think by that point you gotta like rip up everything and bleach it and.
Damn, what a plague upon your existence.
Well, especially for like your kid. If your kid had it came out and they're like, because I've
coughing and like developmentally slowing down,
just limping. Your kid's just limping. All of a sudden, you're like, fuck, I should have changed the carpets after that hailstorm.
It's taking them a long time to answer questions. You're just like, are you good? Are you staying up late? You're not breathing black mold behind my back, are you?
You're not huffing it. But yeah, that was yeah, maybe I should start doing it. I don't know. Because I've also like done demolition, and like when there's like people just squatting in vacant buildings, once they come knock it down, they're like, get the fuck out. There's like, everyone's like, they have rights. You can't kick them out. It's like, you can totally kick those guys out. I've seen them get kicked out a bunch of times.
I've also seen a lot of body cam footage of cops saying there's nothing I can do. Got to go to City Hall.
That's great. Oh, you know what? Yeah, well, I guess if it's slated for demolition, it's like, bro, get out. And if it's a dangerous structure, they're not allowed to be there.
Oh, yeah. You could like remove all the toilets or something like that. But I think if they are squatting, you can't make it more dangerous. So you have to keep it dangerous so no one can set up. And then once they do, I just watched the worst roommate ever thing about the guy that like famously squatted with he would move into ladies' apartments.
Really?
Did you watch it? It
No.
was like a big story too.
Oh, wait. I think I know what you're talking about.
He would like find apartments on Craigslist. It would be like a room in someone's house. It'd be, or a lady has a 2-bedroom apartment. She's looking to, save some money. And then he would meet them and he would have a dog. And the dog would instantly wipe their brains. They'd see it. They'd go, this guy's got a dog. We're going to be good.
He's good.
She said our dogs met and then he moved in that night. And I didn't have time to get like the lease updated or signed. And then when I went to do that, it was just like a fucking nightmare. And he never left. And he would threaten me and beat me up and stuff.
What?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see this. I'm thinking there was a guy I think who lived at the mall or something. Like secretly lived at the mall for a while and made a documentary.
That's a tale as old as time. No, it was a Toys R Us. A guy lived in the roof of a Toys R Us or something like that.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, no, those guys are legends. This guy was just tricking ladies. No, you were fly open.
My fly was open the whole time. Yeah.
We could blur it.
I've been rocking the fly. I've been catching myself lately, just full fly open. It's kind of a problem right now for me.
You think maybe your what would you call it? Your alert receptors are starting to slip?
For sure.
You think life's too good and you're going to start succumbing to minor inconveniences until they pile up around you? You don't worry about that kind of thing, do you?
Not at all.
Yeah, you're probably fine.
No, I do. When you're saying that, you're like, it's so good. I'm going to like set myself up to have like my dick fall out in my pants just so I have like a problem in my life. Like, fuck.
Dude, did you see the, when I was crapping in Matt McCusker corporate HQ, I was scrolling on my phone. Apparently we have a Conor McGregor erect dick pic.
What?
Yeah. And
It's only a matter of time.
It's crazy that I took that. It kind of was one of those things where I was like, I've seen this before. No, I guess I haven't. This is brand new to me.
Yeah.
But he sent Aelia Banks a picture of him fully nude with an erect penis, and he sent her a pair of them. And the caption was lifting weights, and it was the first one was just him like flexing nude, and he's got his thing.
Yeah.
And then the second one was it fully torqued, and he had like an exercise band around it with like a 1 pound weight hanging from it, and it was still horizontal.
That's kind of sick, actually. That's good for him.
It made me think that he might be training it.
I mean, dude, if he's putting it, first of all, why does he have a 1 pound weight?
I probably just for the dick.
True. Why did Aelia Banks share that?
I think she was just like, how the fuck are you going to send? First of all, it was in her filtered messages. Like she posted screenshots and it had the accept button on the bottom of it.
Who's Aelia Banks? I always think
she's big
Iggy
on Twitter.
Azalea.
I think she may have made music at some point.
I always think of Iggy Azalea. Who is Aelia Banks?
You just go on Twitter and search Aelia Banks and do this along at home if you haven't seen it yet, guys.
I don't want to see his penis.
Well, I think you probably should. It's important to the conversation.
Oh man, why did she fucking telling him for that? Well, I guess
He also said, "Don't be a rat, because rats are always caught," or something like that. Yeah, and so I guess she might be autistic and defiant, and said, "It'll be really funny if I share this guy's."
I mean, it is. Oh yeah, shit, it's coming up right now. I always saw the top half of him just with a phone looking down. Yeah. What a wild move. He's a wild bro.
I mean, he's the opposite of a desert dad.
Yeah, for
desert
sure.
father, rather.
He's literally like a Roman senator.
Valley father.
Yeah, he's like a Roman senator that got like thrown out in a coup.
He probably has like servants that are forced to watch him make love to his harem or whatever.
I could definitely see that.
I don't know if I would be comfortable with that. Like,
Yeah.
I know I'm paying you guys to be here, and by blood and honor, you are bound to do everything
sure.
that I say. But like,
Under the penalty of death.
this might be too much. Yeah, yeah. I have to kill you in front of like whoever I work for if you disobey me.
Yeah, but also imagine if you were like it was like slipping up on you. You're like, oh my god, I'm 2 minutes in, I'm about to bust. Imagine if you could be like, fucking Igor, tear it up for a minute. I'm
Tag out.
Yeah, it's just like
You're reaching for the turnbuckle.
yeah, be like you better not. If you bust, I'm gonna kill you. Just fucking work it. Give me a good 10 minutes. Let me tag me back in to finish.
Get her right there, and then I'll be back. Get her to within 10 seconds and I'll finish the job. Watch this. He's like, dude, by the time you can get home, I can have her coming.
Get me into the red zone, dude. I'm going to push it. Get me on the 5-yard line.
Did you ask to help your uncle board the windows?
I was there. I already did it. I watched him. He just scored it with a knife, too. That was how sick it was. He just took a knife and just scored the glass, cracked it. It was,
yeah, he can keep his hand at the perfect distance to just run down the side, and it's completely level.
Perfect straight. That was crazy.
Yeah, no, there's guys that can definitely do that with their meat for you.
True.
You have penis servants.
Who are you talking to? Of course. I mean, yeah, you have, and then like you just have another guy just fuck you in the ass the whole time while you're waiting. Did you ever see what the fuck was that show? Not Gladiator.
Spartacus?
Spartacus.
Yeah.
Place cock in ass. That was a line in the fucking. It's like Demetrion.
It probably sounded better in Latin though. It loses something in English, I'm sure, but
I think about that every time someone brings up Spartacus in my head. I go, place cock in ass. It's so fucking funny. It's the funniest line from the whole show.
I cried like a baby because you know the original Spartacus actor died of cancer. Dude, I cried more than I've ever cried for a family member dying.
Why?
Because I was so into the show. I was watching it I caught up to it.
Yeah.
While they were making it. And just as I had gotten like super attached to him, it was like in the news, like he's not doing well. And then he passed. And I was just like, no, man.
It really was a bummer, man, when that next guy was there. You know,
I was rooting for him though.
Same, I was too, but I got used to it. But it was just kind of like, fuck, this would have been so much sicker with the original. The original guy was so sick.
It was devastating for me, man. I was like, dude, he was so good, man. He was born to play this role.
He really was. He died a warrior.
Yeah, and then wait, was that also the show where Xena takes her tits out a bunch? What's her face?
Xena?
Lucy Lawless. She was in Spartacus, or am I thinking of a different Roman show?
I don't remember. What did she play? Because all I remember was Spartacus,
she played
Crixus.
Look this up, dude. She showed her tits a lot. She played a character called Aelia Banks, Conor McGregor penis. Search it on Twitter.
Were you saying Lucy Liu is in Spartacus?
Lucy Lawless.
Oh, man.
And I'm not even sure that was her name. But yeah, she takes the rack out a bunch. It's the best television ever made.
Yeah, Spartacus, for real, it's got something for everybody.
It has no lasting power. It has not stayed around culturally at all.
This was the lady who had the, this is where we got Domina from. Yes, Domina. She would get Crixus and be like, come plow me. And you go, yes, Domina.
Yeah.
I always try to bring that energy to my wife. I go, yes, Domina.
You need a servant taking your clothes off for you and then not leaving.
Yeah,
That's the next step.
True. That's a good point.
I'm way behind. I have to find I don't know, maybe there's like an app where like an Indian guy comes and does it for you, but you need like a live-in taking off my robes guy.
You had those Mexican boys.
Yeah.
Place hose nozzle in ass.
Hey, you know your guys stole my robe. I'm like, I'm so sorry, man. I'll go get you another one.
You should have been like, dude, I can't believe I have guys. That's fucking sick. Yeah. Hey, your guys just fucked my wife. You guys were waterproofing my basement. And she came down and selected the strongest one.
No, I hope that never happens, man.
Yeah, that would suck. That would suck if your guys fucking.
You can't let them in, man.
You're like, whoa, they're your guys. It was your hose. They were using your hose. So they went up and knocked up, like, can we use your hose?
Yeah, I guess so. And their charms worked on me. And you go, wow, these upstanding young gentlemen are trying to, be productive. I want to support that. I'm trying to, contribute to the world that I want to live in. And I was deceived, and I will never trust.
You'll see him again, probably.
Mexican people again. I don't know if I will. It's probably the oldest trick in the book. They're probably really making their money reselling hose nozzles for $3.
Yeah, but like,
dude, that's $1.60 profit.
That could have been. They also might have just fucking lost it and been like, fuck.
Yeah, I think they probably just put it down somewhere that he didn't look.
Yeah, I don't think they stole a nozzle because that'd be. Recently, we had a Bouncy House, and the guy had to take. I have these hoses I get off Amazon. They're like my prized possession right now. They're the ones that they're like penises. When you fill them up, they grow. So like they shrink back. They become flaccid. So when you're done with the water, they go. You can have a 100-foot hose turn into 25 feet. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, I know those.
Yeah,
I don't trust them.
I love them, dude. They're so much. They're so good. They're so easy to handle. They're the standard rubber hose is. I mean,
it's outdated technology,
fossil,
for sure.
Bro.
Yeah,
I had 100-foot of regular hose. You feel like an absolute doofus.
Well,
trying to wrap that thing up.
You know what I did? I sprung for the little handsome gray box with the spool
Had
inside
it.
of it. It fucking sucks.
Yes, dude, and wait till that thing goes off track, and you have to unscrew that thing apart and try to put your
You have
hose.
to unroll 150 feet of hose,
Dude.
and it's moving around in the mud. I feel
Yeah.
like a fucking simpleton.
I had that. That was what I had before, and it was just like, yeah. And actually, too, you know, it was just like a thing in my backyard that was just taking up space. But we had the construction going on, and you know, sometimes they giveth, sometimes they taketh away. Because I was like, bros, you guys want this jammed hose thing? And they're, see, it's like, bang, here you go.
You know what really hurt about it though was, you know, that's I consider that like a luxury for me historically.
Yeah, hose house.
A hose crank.
Yeah.
And when I went to the store to get the hose, I came home and I said, "Babe, I got us a hose. And by the way, you know how you're sick of whenever I'm done with the hose, I wrap up half of it and then part of it's tangled and I just kind of throw it against the house. Feast your eyes.
Hose
And
house.
I show her the hose house, and she was right. And she goes, those suck. And I was just like." Do you have any idea what it took for me to get us to the point where I could buy you a hose house? Do you understand the strain I've put myself through
To have an orderly
to
hose.
impulse buy a hose house?
Dude, I did the same.
She was 100% right.
I did the same exact thing, and I had the same exact response. I also got a hose house when we moved here, and I was like, yo, it's not a big deal, but check it out. And she literally looked at it and was like, where are you going to, like,
It doesn't go with anything.
it's just stuck. It's taking up space. And I was just like, and literally just got complete. Like, anytime, like, Jackson would throw up, like, there was, like, outside, there's a little, like, stone area, and there's a backyard, and he'd throw up in the stone area. I'd be like,
I got
no
it.
problem. I got about 150, just fucking carrying it all the way over.
Hold on.
It's looped around the back. If you look inside, it's looped around the back. There's also a hornet's nest in here right now. We're going to give it a minute.
And then you're like, well, it should be fine if I just unroll it a little bit and turn the water on, and then it's kinked 50 times on the inside, so you're getting a little, you're getting a dribble out of the end of it, and you're just like, nah, this is enough water. I could unravel the whole thing if I needed to, but I think this is enough. And it's just straight into the fucking dirt.
I was heartbroken, man. I like went to do it, and it was just, I tried to like, clearly I'm like, well, I'm just going to do it as hard as I can. It's just gets crunched in there, and I'm like, fuck. Those flaccid hard hoses, I swear to God, they're unbelievable. Yeah. I was skeptical too. I was like, I don't know about these. But they come with a crazy, their head on the hose is so fucking, the glands on the hose is so nice. But their nozzles, like,
you get a little tickle on the underside and it really goes crazy.
It really stiffens up. Yeah, they have like a separate set of nipples you can pinch and they fucking stiffen up. But no.
You kiss around the connection. I mean, get a second person to hold on to that thing for you.
But yeah, that thing's been amazing because then it's like I use it up and then I like just dangle it around the hose faucet and it's like 6 loops. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, someday, man. You know, I'm working for that kind of stuff.
True. Bro. You get one of those. It's for a price of a hose in a hose house.
Yeah, but then I'm out the original hose. I'm telling you,
True.
dude, this is maybe a Christmas present.
True. That's been. But my whole point of my story, we got a bouncy house, and those hoses also come with a. If you don't want to have to like empty it every time, you can keep your hose hard, just keep it full of water. So they have like a brass thing that you can cut the water off, and then just roll it up like that if you want. So we got a bouncy house. Like we got to take this brass fitting off in order to hook your
Wait, I'm
hose
sorry.
up.
You own the bouncy house, or did you rent
No,
it from?
we rented it.
Party Supply.
We rented it from a Party Supply. I was like fronting, being like, because they were on 4th of July. They're like, we can't drop it off, and I was like, I'll put that thing in my CRV and drop it. And they're like, we'll get it. And I saw them deliver it. And I was like, there was no way I could get that thing in my. They like lowered it on a mechanical lift. They're fucking massive. But
and they got did they stick around to monitor it, or they just leave it and bounce?
Dude. Leave it, drop and bounce.
What'd you think of the guys that brought it?
They were good bros, other than the fact that they pocketed my fucking nozzle on the top of my hose. That's why my original thing is they might not have done it on purpose. There's a problem down here. Yeah, it was like this little brass fitting that now that hose is fucked because I need it back in order to like screw the other part onto it. And as soon as I wrapped my hose back up, I looked at it. I was like, no.
I'd have to sit there and watch them break it down, make sure they're going to just wring out all the kids' sweat.
Tricky. Now, these were just chill bros. These were just like young bros that came out. Okay. They were pretty cool. And yeah, the Bouncy House rental game. I like when we were like trying to get one for 4th of July. I was like, dude, that's all of them. They were all taken. Like every single Bounce House was
That's
taken.
their Black Friday.
Yeah,
We talked about
yeah, literally, that was it. And then my wife's like, well, can we get some red, white, and blue ones? I'm like, just get a fucking Bounce. Shut the fuck up. I don't care about that, dude. Just get a fucking Bouncy House.
When is enough enough? I'm fucking trying.
But yeah, also I had to police that thing heavily, man. That thing was fucking, dude. It was those kids almost like got fucking their heads knocked off because they all started going down backwards head first, which I'm like, whatever. But then like there's like little kids and on a Bouncy House slide, 2 lanes sounds like a good idea. It's not, because like 2 people come down. You don't want anyone in that waiting area.
No,
I had to crack down. I had to stand like go, stop, go.
When your brain needs a break, turn to VIIA. VIIA is changing the game in natural wellness, combining high-quality, hemp-derived ingredients with powerful cannabinoids to create real results. Whether you're looking to improve focus, sleep, your love life, or you just want to chill out, VIIA's got you covered. With products like calming drops, gummies, and more, ranging from 0 to high cannabinoid levels, you can choose what you're in the mood for each and every time. Guys, it's tough out there. I know we're working ourselves to death, and God willing, you have the blessing of people who can depend on you, and you give yourself to them, and it's like along the way. Wouldn't it be kind of nice if you could just elevate a little bit and hopefully no one notices, or at the end of the night, really just, couch lock? There's no doctor's note or medical card needed, and VIIA ships discreetly, so nobody has to know your business. If you're 21 or older, check out the link to VIIA in our show notes and use the code BUTTERLY, that's butterfly without the F, to receive 15% off, free shipping on orders over $100, and if you're new to VIIA, get a free gift of your choice. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them, support the show, and tell them we sent you. Enhance your everyday with VIIA. Thanks, VIIA. Also, real quick, this podcast is brought to you by our incredible supporters over on patreon.com/TimButterly. If you're not aware, I do have a Patreon. You do get double the episodes every week. Also, we're getting into original videos. There's a brand new thing. I got to go hang out at a Pokemon trading card. They called it a mixer. Expo would have been a better. It doesn't matter. We're having a great time over there. We're also doing some exclusive, interactive game streams. Would love to see you over there. Patreon.com/TimButterly. Give it a look. Thank you. And now back to the program.
Yeah, every year at our jiu-jitsu place back home, we do a team day, and it's like all the kids. Well, it's in the parking lot. It's on asphalt. They get a Bouncy House slip and slide. Like you run across the parking lot. By the way, you're doing monitor lizard because the asphalt's so hot. You're running as fast as you can, and you hit this just long. It's just a long slide, and it's with the sprinkler attachment and everything. It's pretty fucking sick.
They're the best.
And at the end, it curves up to stop you. And every single time, I was the person that got a little bit too much heat on it and went up and over the end, and like it's just like an elbow injury that lasts 6 weeks. But what ends up happening every single time is the smaller kids start fucking dilly-dallying on it. They don't have the pressure to get all the way down, so they get like a quarter of the way and then stand up and like run down. The next kid gets impatient. They dive down. Now it's like the legs get taken out, and you're just like, guys, seriously.
It's like shuffleboard.
Seriously, stop.
Yeah, dude, I was getting heated on that thing. Guys, I just told you, get out.
What
5
did
minutes.
I say?
I was just like, I didn't even know. There's certain kids I never met before. I was like, 5 minutes, get out, stand on the side.
Go.
Yeah, I didn't. That shit was pissing me off. That's why we're gonna do we do a back to school thing. So it'll be sick. You should come. And but I was like one fucking lane. None of this fucking 2-lane bullshit. It's a complete death trap.
Damn, you shut down the spare lane.
1 lane. Because Brittany, we did it last year, and like, dude, we had like a 15-foot inflatable slide. And Chloe was like 2, and we were sending her down there, and I was like, this might not be a good idea. She was just like, Wah.
No, they need that. If they don't learn uncontrollable trauma at that age, they end up lacking like accurate responses to things.
Yeah, if you're like drunk and high parents are like, send her down, this would be hilarious. She was ripping it. She had no problem. But I remember like at one point after the 4th one being like, this might be too fast for like a pre-toddler. It's a little much.
Dude, when Fritz was still like 4 years old, he couldn't even he couldn't even launch himself like high enough to get any vertical movement whatsoever. Like he could run to it and he would just bounce off the front of it. So we would grab him by like, you know, his shorts and whip him down it. And he'd just be like spinning like a turtle on its back. He'd be spinning around completely disoriented. He's getting water sprayed in his face, crying the whole time. And it's like, you're fine. This is fun.
Yeah, this is what you do.
This is what's fun, dude.
I got called out last night because we were at we stopped at one of our neighbors' houses that we're friends with, and it was like their daughter's birthday. So we just like popped by. It was like just like, you know, parents, grandparents. It wasn't a big thing. We just like dropped off a gift and had the cake. And so we dropped the gifts off, and they had the cake lit and everything. We're about to sing happy birthday. And I was like to Maya and Chloe, I was like, guys, by the way, we just dropped our presents. They're going to have cake. We're not going to eat any cake. And, dude, they were like, what? And even their grandma was like, that's sick. You should never do that ever. I was like, I can't. It's so funny. Like, guys, just so you know, we're not having any cake. And they were like, hyperventilating. I was like, guys, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. And they were like,
You're subjecting us to the torture of sitting in the car for 15 minutes and there's no cake.
or just it's lit, and they're all like, guys, just sing happy birthday. I'm like, by the way, guys, you're not having any of this. They were just like, can
he do this?
They was like literally on the verge of a panic attack. Both of them were like, what's going on? Yeah, can he do this? What did we do?
How?
Yeah, the grandma was like, that's for real child abuse. So you can't. She was laughing, but she was like, that's sick. You can't do that. It's so funny, but you have to be like careful, because one time I was like fucking around with Maya like last year. She was only 4, and we were walking. I was like coming upstairs, and she was like, she copies me all the time, and it for real pisses me off when she'll do like copycat shit on me. She'll be like, yeah, okay, and she'll all my mannerisms. I'm like, all right. By the 10th one, I'm like, my name's Maya. I'm a big fucking dumb idiot. And then she'll just do it, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, you just called yourself an idiot. She's like, you just called yourself an idiot. I'm like, it fucking pisses me off. But the one day I was coming up the steps, and she was like, come on, we got to go brush your teeth. She's like, brushing teeth is boring. And she's like, you're boring, Dad. I'm like, you're boring. And then she was like, what? And I was like, no, just kidding. Dude, she was mad for like 2 days. She's like, you called me boring. I'm like, it was a fucking joke. You called me boring. I said, no, it was like a reversal.
Yeah.
She was just like, I was like, dude, you're not boring. I'm boring, all right? And she was like, okay.
And she goes, yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Just been poning me with the copycats. We had a ride yesterday. I kept trying to flip it on her. Not a single maneuver worked. She was just like, okay, whatever.
Well, you're dealing with, you think you're dealing with, not a clone of yourself, but you think you're dealing with like a version of yourself. You're not. You're also dealing with a version of your wife.
Exactly.
And that's something you need to...
With my powers. It's an impossible enemy.
It's not fair.
That's a good point.
Yeah, dude. Lucy's 17, and it's just like, we're both maxed out trying to wrangle her, and she's just like trying whatever comes to her mind. You know what I mean? Like... Every child, dude. I just started listening to 48 Laws of Power.
Nice, just to boss over your 17-year-old daughter. I'm going to get control of this once and for all.
I'm like, this is knowledge I need to hide from her.
My daughters are 17. I might start listening to Mein Kampf. I've never listened to it. I might give it a spin. I might give that a spin. But let's just see what this guy had to say. You never know.
I started listening to it almost as a laugh.
Yeah.
Just because it's...
I heard it's really good, actually.
It's the funniest thing
really
I've ever heard in my entire life. And have you seen Robert Greene? You seen what he looks like? He looks like the fucking guy from Oingo Boingo. He looks like Danny Elfman. He's a fucking freak. It's like, yeah, obviously you need 48 of these things because no one ever wants to look at you, let alone be bent to your will. But the audio, and he probably sounds the way he looks. I wouldn't know. I think the book is read by like an older gentleman, more even keeled.
Isn't there cool history stuff in there? Isn't there cool history stuff?
Yeah, I think that's part of the whole thing. I am interested in that, but the preface made me cackle in the car.
What was the preface?
Because it's like everyone is seeking power. It is the most important thing, and no one can escape it. And when you're doing it right, everyone will be bent to the will of your power moves. And I'm just like, okay, man. And it's like, children suffer from the constant lack of power in adult situations, and they'll do anything that they can to change that. And I'm just like, they will, those little motherfuckers.
I got you right
And it's
away.
like referencing Machiavelli and shit. And it's so I like, dude, hearing this guy say power moves, I'm just like, yeah, dude, let's go. And it's like, I want to kind of. Have you ever heard like this story about how Cory Booker like read books to Rosario Dawson over the phone?
No.
You know Cory Booker?
Yeah, the guy,
weird looking.
Always like, no, I didn't do that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was reading her books over the phone. I want to read this to my wife so bad.
Why was he reading Rosario Dawson books over the phone?
Because he looks like a fucking googly-eyed, bald weirdo, and she's Rosario Dawson, so he was probably just like, you're with an intellectual now, babe, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Good night, moon. Good night, green room and the balloon.
And she's a fucking retarded actress, so she's just like, wow, that's true.
Dang.
But it's all about like not letting like your emotions and desires like dominate your decision-making process and stuff like that. It's all actually stuff that it's just autistic guy stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, for everything you do, don't focus on your goal. Focus on everything that could possibly go wrong. I'm like, done.
Yeah, already.
I've never once not done that. Infinite permutations of every last thing that could and will go wrong. I'm just like, I got it. No problem, man.
It's also like only losers pay for gas. You could rape the attendant like Alexander the Great and hang his head on a pike.
Well,
And then it's your gas station.
His point would be like, would it be great to rape the gas station attendant? Obviously. But that's a fool's game.
That's the short game.
But yeah, so it's the subtle power plays are all you deal with a daughter
I
at
bet.
every stage.
Yeah.
Like a big move she used to have earlier on in life was everything that we dragged her to everything that kids hate doing. Like, I don't know, boring family events or like an activity that would be fun for the smaller kids, but boring for her. Everything was like, I don't feel so good. I have a tummy ache. And that works
Yeah.
probably the first 100 times.
Yeah.
Just because you're new as a parent. You go,
Yeah.
"Ooh, a tummy ache. Let's stop the show." And then you get firm with that, and then it becomes something else. And then when they're a teenager, they're just like, are you ready for a mood? And it's just like, fuck. Here goes my
Yeah.
entire week.
Yeah.
We're going to have to navigate your shitty no-point mood. And then your mother and father are going to sort of have a tension between themselves because neither of them knows how to approach you as an individual. And then now we have to come up with a collaborative solution to deal with you moping.
Yeah.
And we don't even know what you want.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a fucking quagmire.
Yeah, that's gotta be. It's so intense.
I lay in bed at night begging, like, could we just fucking chill?
Yeah.
We're not even doing anything that hard.
Yeah, that's gotta be so fucking intense, man.
I just really gotta master my power moves.
True. That's a good point, though, to read that and just completely.
You know what was really fucked up though in the preface though? He says, this book could be pretty fun to read even if you're just making fun of it. But that's a mistake. And I was like, oh, fuck, all right. I guess
Fuck, he got you. He fucking got your ass.
Sniffed me out before the first chapter.
He got you the second edition right away. He's like, all right.
He's going to say, it's so fun to laugh at how power works, but you're going to be intoxicated by it. And it's actually way funnier if you take it seriously. I'm like, all right, well, we'll see about that, man. Well, I'm going to go.
He is right. It is way funnier if you're like, yes, finally.
Yeah, because the whole point is you're just like supposed to be observing people and watching their power moves.
Really?
And you're supposed to not be bothered by anything.
Okay, yeah.
Or even if it's uncontrollable to be bothered by things, but you're going to observe everybody. You're going to study people. No one is too stupid to study. And also, you should be prepared to, in the right circumstance, trust almost anybody if they can prove it. Mm-hmm. But you are supposed to chill on the outside and perfect your power moves. I'm like, all right, cool. And then he gets to the point where he's like, by doing so, you are going to be able to bend people to your will and get exactly what you want.
Whoa.
And I had a panic attack because I was just like, I have no fucking clue what I want. Bend people to my will? Oh, do you mean redirect everybody to an arcade?
Yeah, I know. Seriously.
You should be making.
We're not going
everyone-
outside today, guys. Yes, Father.
Yeah, what if you guys listened to me talk about a new video game for an hour and 45 minutes and then we got exactly what I wanted to eat?
You could do that.
I'm going to.
That would be.
I got the
so-
playbook.
I mean, that would be so sick to just start like mercilessly beating your family just so you could go to like the restaurant you want to go to, or like pitting them all against each other. Just small satchel of coins. Just be like, go get me your sister's phone.
No, it can't be that direct.
Really?
They can't know that they're bending to your will.
So you should just. So you'd have to go up and be like,
So anything violent or direct
yeah.
is uncouth. All the other courtiers, all the other royal courtiers would notice that, and they would turn on you.
Oh,
it all has to be very like seductive.
Whoa.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Damn.
But I don't have a will to bend people to, so this is kind of useless stuff for me.
Yeah, I wonder what he'd say to that. You could probably get him to Zoom. You
Well, he would
should
say
Zoom.
everyone needs stuff. I could. Ooh.
You could Zoom Robert Greene. You could get Robert Greene on the Zoom.
I think his stars faded enough. I think people kind of mocked this book enough that I could probably get him.
Didn't he do a follow up? Wasn't it like 48 more laws of power? Or like,
Oh my god, dude!
I think he's written another book. He's had to have written another book.
Find that out for me. I'm nervous that I didn't hit record, and I'm just double checking.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're good. It's actually flying by the way.
Yeah, let me see. Books in order. He's had a lot of books.
Oh my god, dude! It's like fucking do something. Stop writing.
While you're reading the laws of power, I'm going to read The Art of Seduction.
Is that also his?
Yep, 33 strategies of war. The 50th law.
A whole book about one law?
One law, but what's the 49th one? That's kind of the little seduction tactic there. Mastery. I've heard of Mastery. The laws of human nature and 7 daily laws. Whoa, he's written a lot of books.
I don't trust anyone that writes a lot of books. You should be doing stuff, not writing about stuff, man.
That's true.
Yeah, we could all write 100 books if we never fucking touch grass, loser.
Oh, yeah, the 50th law was co-authored with 50 Cent. That's why it's called that.
So it's the 50th law.
The Phidias. It's the Fiddy law. Phidias law. Yeah, it's a concept of fearlessness and how to overcome it to achieve one's goals.
It's like, shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah, I saw an interview with him where he said he like saw 50 Cent and it was like, yo, this guy is different. And he's
Yeah,
like,
he met his first black guy.
that'd be crazy if 50 Cent was like the only black guy you knew. He'd be like, you guys really are strong.
You'd probably have a pretty positive
Yeah.
opinion of
He
the
was
entire
just drinking
group.
vitamin water one day and he went, get out of here. You're kidding me. No way. Get out of town.
Yeah, what a powerful enemy 50 is, though.
Bro, that's definitely one of the guys I would not want on my case.
No. And he says he's not like a. He says he's not like a. What would you call it? I don't know. He doesn't have street solutions for things. He's got all business solutions.
sick.
All terrifying.
Yeah, that's fucking
I
scary.
think I'd rather be beaten up and pistol whipped than like have my entire life just like dominated by 50 Cent.
That would suck.
He's got me in the snow globe and he's just torturing me.
Just making fun of me on social media.
Oh my god, dude! When 50 pulls up to laugh at you, your entertainment career is over.
He was like the first guy they started rumoring that was like buying all the front row tickets to people's concerts so they were empty.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if that's true. Is that? Please let that be true.
Here's my thing, man. Maybe, but it's like, who was he doing? He's like, oh, the Ja Rule concert, he'd buy all his tickets. Like, you're telling me at the Ja Rule concert,
He put Ja Rule in a prison, man.
Yeah,
in a
but-
mental prison.
those front rows would be filled pretty quickly, though. There's no way. There's no way. There's an arena full of Ja Rule fans would be like, not our seats. Or any concert, honestly. But it's like, there's no way. Any concert. If there's front row for more than 2 seconds, it's like, man, I'm fucking taking that. I've done it.
That's disgusting. I would never, man.
After like 10
this
minutes, you go, well, clearly.
I don't even do it at the movies. You know, I picked these seats and they meant something to me at the time. I don't care if that looks better from where I'm at right now. I'm not doing it.
Have you done the Alamo Draft House yet?
No. Is it worth it?
It's nice. It's like It's completely different though. I feel like at least the one I went to is only like it's like maybe 15 seats, small, and you just order like a cheeseburger. It's like a full restaurant.
I guess.
Yeah,
I kind of like being
packed
in the unwashed masses.
Yeah.
You know, and you're seeing people's fucking feet on seat tops because they're reclining. Like, I don't know if I want, and I'll fall asleep if I'm too comfortable.
Yeah, it's very comfortable. You're in a full recliner, and you just ate a cheeseburger and had a margarita. And you're just like,
I just ate 1,800 calories and I'm buzzed. I'm not making it through Superman.
How was Superman?
It was. I'll preface this by saying, I talked about this last week a little bit. I'll preface it by saying I have completed the loop and the cycle, and I've raised sons who can get excited about the stuff I used to get excited about.
That's perfect.
So now I no longer have to care about whether or not superhero movies are good. I left that in my past. Now I get to sap their joy.
That's kind of nice.
I let to get them light up, and then I suck on the light bulb, and I take in as much of that grandeur as I can, and it's a fucking religious experience, man.
That's got to be nice. So you don't care who plays the new Batman. You don't care.
I do, but my outward actions don't reveal my true.
It's a total power move, dude.
My son goes, man, Robert Pattinson really was a great Batman. I'm just like, yeah, he's pretty good, man. I'm going to hide my feelings about Ben Affleck being the best because no one cares.
It's so funny. You think Ben was the best Batman?
Yeah, he was definitely the best one for sure.
Which one was the one?
And they didn't utilize him to his full potential.
Yeah, I think I could agree with that. Who was the one who got in there? And was like, who talked?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. That might be my favorite Batman.
Really?
It just made me laugh when he was like, "Get out of here! What are you doing?" It's such a funny thing to have, like a fucking $40 million movie, and then the guy shows up, the best actor ever, yeah. And you can't be like, "Yeah, Batman doesn't talk like that." Yeah, okay. So funny.
Commissioner Gordon's not gonna like this. My throat just whistled trying to do it.
Why did he do that? He has an English accent, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'm trying to hide it, man.
Yeah. Okay, let's get the bad guys. It was the craziest decision.
Two-Face can't get his hands on this.
And the whole place had to be like, fuck, all right, shit. God damn it. Call the studio. Dude, that's literally, the movie must have been $100 million.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It all came down to that.
Send me that little twink as my sidekick. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Fuck.
No, seriously, did you see him on the trapeze? He was so graceful.
My parents were killed in a business deal.
He's giving him bad puberty blockers to keep him fucking nubile. That's the other thing is now one thing that really tanked superhero movies for you or me rather, or hopefully people can relate to that is the JQ stuff and like the predictive programming.
What do you mean?
Where it's like
JQ.
Well, we don't have to get into that, but it became tough to watch it when it's like they turned all the superheroes like bi and like gender swapped and race swapped and stuff like that, and then that becomes the activity was enjoying superhero bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And then you get older and you're paying attention to stuff. Now the activity is dissecting how they're trying to undermine like the American family unit.
Yeah.
And so you're not enjoying any of it. You hate it. And so now I've gone past that. And now I just chill and watch Superman, and I go, I don't even care if they're trying to tell my kids that like Israel is something we need to protect. I'm just gonna let them enjoy this.
Yeah, was the new Superman? I heard the new Superman was like Zionist. That's the only thing I've heard about
The
it.
bad guys are one of the threats to the movie is a fictitious Israel.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you say fictitious? How do they fictionalize Israel?
They gave Netanyahu slightly longer hair and changed the name of the country.
No, dude. No.
Other than that, dude, it's just Israel sucking. Lex Luthor was pretty good though.
What was Lex Luthor?
Lex
Luthor
Luthor they nailed him. Yeah, he was basically working with Israel to like destabilize, like create like an international incident for Superman to get involved in, and then they use that to kind of tear down Superman.
What?
Pretty good stuff for our times.
Wait, so was Superman protecting Israel?
No, the movie starts with. Well, now we're doing a spoiler review. All right, so the movie starts with Superman's catching shit because he showed up as Israel was about to stomp out like a primitive nation, and he said no. And everyone's like, "Who gave you the authority?" No one's, you can't just be the unilateral decision on how things go internationally. And he's like, "But they were going to kill people," and they're just like, "Doesn't matter, man. You gotta let it play out." That's like the central conflict that they set up in the beginning of the movie.
What?
Yeah, and it's like pretty transparent.
How did they come up with that?
Ben Shapiro took a picture of himself like crying leaving the theater, like the movie sucked, man. I don't know if he said
Ben
why
Shapiro
it sucked.
didn't like it.
He hated it so much.
He was crying.
He was like frowning face walking out of the theater like the movie was terrible. It's like, yeah, no shit, dude.
Oh, because the movie in the end, Superman stops them from taking the kryptonite,
You're not going to see
taking
the
the
movie. You don't
kryptonite
care.
strip.
The resolution to the conflict is that it's revealed that the entire conflict was like completely not fabricated, but it was all just like propped up by like people with a lot of money to like distract.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I thought the movie was totally different. Just from what I heard, I thought it was like pro-Israel propaganda. So it was not
Maybe
the case.
maybe I missed it, but like I said, man, I'm trying to enjoy my life. I tried to turn off my noticers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And let my boys eat some fucking popcorn.
Yeah, just enjoy.
Is that so bad?
Rather than being like, they're like, it was so good, and you're walking out, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah, just so you know, they are actually doing that in real life, guys, and we do need to be aware of that stuff. And I've done that in the past.
I know. I'm glad you guys got to enjoy it. Must be nice not knowing shit about the world. Psst.
Yeah, it was pretty subversive, guys. You know, you got to be paying attention. Look, do I like superheroes too? Yeah, but you got to be paying attention to this stuff. Like, what if I gave them a couple of years of enjoying their childhood instead?
That's nice, actually. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Dang, that's cool. That's pretty interesting. Also, yeah, that is so funny. Like, especially when like public figures come out of movies and they're like, that might have been the most powerful or like, this movie is a problem. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up, man.
I know, dude, please.
Shut up.
You know? Do I resent the idea of just being sort of like idly entertained while everything I think is being changed by other people? That sucks.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like everyone's working pretty hard, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like pretty tough out there.
Yeah,
Can we please have a little bit?
That was the big one. They slipped into a lot of part twos of like the Disney animated movies where they're like, you do like Frozen. That was like, classic story. Just the sister. One sister's a bitch, the other's a slut. That was Frozen. One was a slut and a bitch. But the Frozen 2 is then like, oh, it turns out our fathers stole this land from the
Oh my God.
fucking people, the Indians in the woods, and then the magical Indians, and then there was another one, Trolls too. The World Tour when they did Band Together 3 World Tours when they did the rock thing, and it was just like, oh my God, we stole the music, and it was just all like. They do it every fucking...
black people invented troll music.
Well, dude, it was like they did it for every movie, and I'm going like, what the fuck, man? It's like every single kid's movie, they're tossing that in there. They're like, we are the bad guys.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't know what to do about it.
I also don't think kids give a fuck. They're just going like, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, but it stays. That
Yeah,
stays
I
in
think
their
it sticks
mind.
in. Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know. We need a new law of power to deal with children's
51st
movies.
law.
Yeah.
We need the 51st law. I need to co-write a book with Justin Timberlake to explore power. The 52nd law.
Yeah. Oh man, wait. That was supposed to connect to something. I completely lost it. That's my bad.
That's all good.
I had somewhere to go with that.
Got his ass, I think. Yeah, no, it is a fair thing because there is so much shit going on. It's like, how much do you invest your time and attention into, and how much are you like? Because I kind of am like, I don't know. I just kind of chill in my sphere of influence. I'm like, there's nothing I can do. And then it gets like, especially with a lot of the current like at least I have to ask myself, because I'm an absolute psycho. I'm like, do I really care? Or do I know, like, oh, this is a current topic. This will boost the views of my fucking podcast if I talk about this. And I get in a weird thing where I'm like, do I care? And if I ask myself, to be honest, it's like, yeah, I do care more about filling an hour of a podcast than anything else in the world. If I'm being honest.
Well, I think where I'm coming down on it is, okay, here's my rough plan. Identify people with at least a mostly shared values system.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying create an echo chamber for yourself. I'm just saying find people that think the same things are important.
Yeah.
And then spend as much of your time with them as you can, and like find ways to depend on each other, and sort of like, because I think like the church is dead. I know they're doing like, it's big online right now, like the Christ is King guys.
Yeah.
They just post Christ is King and it's like, hell yeah, this is the best guy ever.
Well, those guys
I
kind
get
of
that.
chat my ass because they're just mean. They'll be mean to people. They're like, Christ is King. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, you're just being mean.
I know. But what I'm saying is what those people are tapping into is like the loss of like, the church in modern
Dude,
day.
the church is ripping. People have to get over their aversion to megachurch. Megachurch is dude, they fucking rule. We go to one.
You go to a mega church?
It's like the same format. Dude, I like this.
Does
is
he
the,
use the Janet Jackson microphone?
no, he goes straight up.
Whoa.
Just rips the thing. Dude,
Okay.
it's so tight. We went to one
White or
here.
black, may I ask?
It's white. It's white, but they have a decent. It's like pretty mixed, but it's a pretty.
So white with a good bass player.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. White drummer. It's actually, I would say this era's on more white though. But because I've gone to black church, because Brittany loves going to church, so I'm always like, yeah, let's go to church. So I'll go. But it's like I do feel like I'm harshing the vibe at a black church when I go in there. It's just kind of like. No one's like mean, but it's just there.
Even if they're cutting loose 1% less because you're there, that feels bad.
That's what I'm saying. And then I feel bad. I'm like, guys, just get on, man.
Did you try to let the spirit take you and like do like the shuffle and
Like the
scream
beginning of
and
the Elvis
shit? Yeah,
movie?
and throw your suit jacket on the ground?
I would love to. And just get invested in the power of fucking music. Yeah, so I'll go to whatever. But dude, we went to one near us, and it was just a guy on a screen the whole time, and I'm like, this is weird. This feels wrong.
Like he wasn't in the room at all.
No, not at all. It was just a satellite
Strictly
campus.
Jumbotron.
It was a satellite campus. A band would come out. It was like a Chuck E. Cheese party. It would just come on the screen. And then we went to another one. It's just these bros that go out and they just fucking rip. It's just music plays, and then these dudes talk for like 40 minutes, and then you leave. It's for real, dude. I was like leaving. We went 2 weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, that might be the best church format possible.
Pretty brisk. Now, is it all scripture reading, or does he do,
Real life. It's like real life, and they'll pop in scripture stuff. It's tight, but to your point, you're not wrong. It's like yes, and for most parts, the church has kind of gone by the wayside.
I'm just saying in the way that it used to kind of like everyone was a part of one. It's
gone, yeah.
Everyone had a community of people that shared the same values, whatever they were, and we just don't have that anymore. Now we just have online.
Yeah,
Find the right Discord for you.
It's
Find
true.
the right Discord server and give your all to those dudes.
that's true.
That's all you can hope for right now.
It's true, but I would like to say, I'm telling you, megachurch. I was laughing. I'm like, dude, megachurch is sick. Everyone laughs at it. I'm like, it's fucking so sick. First of all, it's called megachurch, which is like, it's fucking an awesome title.
I'm gonna start Ultra Church, dude. This is the next
Ultra church
evolution.
would be so tight. That's pyrotechnics. Well, it's funny because what I've been trying to do is like really just dial down my cynicism and like everything I watch. Be like, oh yeah, well this is just that. And I'm like, I'm just gonna watch it and see if I can enjoy it. If there's anything to be had that's like kind of nice, I'm just gonna have that instead.
Right.
And dude, I just been loving megachurch. I go there. We didn't go Sunday because Brittany had to do something, but it's like I'm so excited when Sunday comes around. I'm not traveling. I'm like, yes, we get to go to megachurch right now. It's so fucking fun.
The girls like it
Yeah, the girls get to play. The girls get to play in like a little area, and then me and Brittany sit there.
during mass.
Yeah, and it's first of
That's
all
smart.
I call it mass, and she goes, "It's not mass. It's not a Catholic church. We're going to whatever."
They don't call it mass.
No, it's like a service or
Is that only Catholics?
Catholics call it mass. Yeah, but it's just also I will say, church for babes, it's like their antennas open up and they're able they're able to get the truths into the babe. I guys and girls, but the babes like because it'll be like honor thy husband. I'm just like. It's like, it's right there in the Bible.
Who, me?
It's right there in the Bible. And I'm like, I forgot that was in the Bible. That's so fucking sick. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. But it's tight. It's really, dude, I was there 2 weeks ago and they let people come up and just like tell stories of their lives. And, you know, just being an asshole, I was like, oh, great. It's not the guys who are actually pros. This is going to be a fucking snooze
Amateur
fest.
hour.
Yeah. Dude, they tell these stories. I was like in tears. They were so touching. And I was like, oh my God, dude, I was getting so worked up.
Are you going to share anything?
If I get to do it one time.
Do you raise your hand?
They were like totally, this was like deep inner sanctum of the church. Like these are people who are like really involved and working, I guess, to become.
Oh, the council.
Yeah. So this is like inner council. And I was sitting there like, it's going to be a fucking snooze fest. And then, dude, they just ripped. And like there was 3 people by the last one. I was just like, dang, that was actually.
When God found me, I was on my last leg.
Dude,
I was huffing gasoline in a motel.
That would have been sick, actually. Rock on. But yeah, it was funny. It's been fun, especially just that's what I've been trying to do. Just kind of like, just try to let go of the cynical stuff and just be like, we'll see if I can enjoy this. And it's been kind of nice.
I am on I'm open right now to whatever the next thing I think about is going to be, and I don't know if I would call it a mistake, but I was talking to Kurt Metzger, and he sat down next to me, and all I said was, what's going on with the cloud seeding stuff? And it was like
A torrent.
He locked in, and it was like he opened a fire hose in my face.
He's grok, dude. He for
was
real
like-
is grok.
He was like, that guy's a patsy, and I swear to God,
What are you even referring to?
so you know the floods in Texas.
Yes.
That could have been connected to a cloud seeding operation.
I didn't know that.
And it's like there's this like 25-year-old cloud seeding tech company guy who was testing. He said it was a small amount, but it was 150 miles away from where the floods were, and it was 2 days before the floods.
What?
And they were doing weather modification stuff.
What?
And now he's on like a podcast tour, and he looks like the Ancient Aliens guy with like he's got
George
like
Tsoukalos?
a messy he's got like a messy mullet thing. He doesn't look like anyone you would ever respect.
So he's an avowed cloud seeder. He's like, this is what I do.
He said, this is what I do. This is important technology, and it's serious, and it needs to be regulated. And also, the stuff I was doing has nothing to do with the catastrophic flooding that started 2 days later.
How does he prove that?
I don't think you can. I think it's just you take the words of the experts on it, and they're all saying, no harm, no foul. We didn't do this.
Yeah.
But anyway, I figured Kurt would be read up on that.
Yeah, what'd he say?
And he went, the guy's a patsy. And it felt like I was honestly being dragged by a horse trying to hang on to what he was saying.
Yeah.
He was talking about like God weapons and John Kerry going to Antarctica and like pressing a button that created the Christchurch earthquake. And I'm just like, yeah, totally, dude. And I'm totally down for all of it to be true, but I'm just like, when you talk to guys that are that deep in it, and I would say Spud's not as bad at this.
No.
But they are so deeply versed in it that they have like a vernacular and like a baseline of information that if you're not kind of studying the scrolls full time, they sound schizophrenic.
You can't follow it through.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, within 10 minutes, he was on tall whites and alien technology and like he was laughing at demons being the answer. He was like, no, it's not demons, it's tall whites, by the way. And I was just. So now he said so many things that I was Googling on my phone at the same time. I have like probably a 6-year-long reading list that I have to cram before I see him again.
It's like tapping into like a G5. If you're like, I'm like running like it's like fiber optics. You're just like, you'll be like, what? And it's like, you're like,
yeah.
It's a lot of info.
But I'm down for it.
He'll
I'm
be
in.
like, you don't know about this? And I'm like, no, I've never heard of the papal conspiracy. Like, what are you talking about? And, it's me, and it just goes, blah, 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 blah.
He's like, oh, you don't know that above nations there's principalities, and those principalities are basically running each religion as like an interference front for every major power on the planet at the same time. And also we have the weaponry right now to like disrupt your brain from space. And you're just like, I assumed all that was happening.
It's also at a stand-up show, and you're like, fuck, I'm on in 2 minutes. You're like, all right, what do I have to talk about? What's my set right now?
It's so funny to go from that back to like, all right, I'm gonna go talk about how weird life is now. No, the veil was just lifted, and I was blinded by what I saw. I'm gonna go talk about how it's awkward when your daughter has a boyfriend now.
I glimpsed the true reality.
Yeah, ghosts are raping world leaders to force them to act in different ways, and it's like, all right, man.
I'm the same way. I stay like, I don't fucking know. Like, I would never be like, that's crazy. It's like, maybe, I don't fucking know. But it's also like, yeah, I'm also trying to like make sure my trash can's not too full by Friday, because if it is, that's a problem. My garage is going to stink. That's like more the pressing concern in my life right now.
I'm gonna make time for it though.
My main concern is like, what do I do? How do I get this spoiled meat out of my trash can? I have a couple of spots I can go to and walk it, but yeah, that's my main concern right now.
Whoa.
Sadly, that's what I've been boiled down to. You know what I've been fucking around with right now? A radio play. Remember those old school things before TV? I've been writing one of those. I'm very excited. I want to try to put it out in like a couple months, but that's been kind of occupying a lot of my time.
What's the? Can you give me maybe a synopsis and get people excited for it?
Totally top secret.
Okay.
But I'll tell you after.
Okay.
I just don't want to. It could change, so I don't want to. It's still an embryo. Like whenever an idea is an embryo, sometimes it's like it's just still in a delicate stage.
Would you let me make a documentary about the production of it?
It's just me there.
So that would it take?
You can make a documentary. You could probably do a voice, honestly. It's just gonna be voices and FS. It's just sound effects and dialogue.
Yeah, that rocks.
It's so fun, dude. It's been very fun. But I will say it's very action packed.
Yeah.
I can't spoil it. I'll tell you when we're done.
Now, are you gonna have a narrator for the action, or is it all gonna be done through sound and dialogue?
It is sound and dialogue, but there will be narration because it's kind of
cocky and ass.
it starts with the framing device, so it's like, you know, it starts in a place where a guy kind of like limps into an establishment, starts telling a story that sets the other scene. So it's going in back and forth between him telling the story and then like the scenes he's kind of setting, and you know, blah blah blah.
Whoa.
So it's pretty tight. I am excited to tell you, but I can't. I just don't want to spoil it, and also it makes me laugh really hard to have a radio play. But I can't tell you a single thing about it. It's totally top secret.
Pretty cool, man.
But I don't want to spoil it because it's like I've done that before, where like I'll start to spoil it, or it'll change. It's like I'm gonna just be a complete 100% surprise.
Yeah, I just love when a guy reveals an idea that he's like hyped on and it's not done yet, and like I like to watch them go into the trance of like why they think it's cool. That's all I was trying to do. I don't mean to make you spill the beans. That's all.
No, trust me. I would love nothing more than to talk for an hour about a radio play, but I'm like, I'm still fleshing it out. Because then what happens is if the idea is still in utero, you can kill it in utero just by talking about it.
Yeah, make this a masterpiece. Do you have time to do a Patreon? Can I ask that of you?
What time is it right now?
I don't know what time it is, but we're at about that point.
Let me pee. Let's pee. We'll come back. I might not be able to do it because I have to do research for a history thing and then also voiceover stuff.
Oh, no problem.
Is that cute?
I'll leave it right here, friends. Thank you for joining us. There's a bonus episode every week at patreon.com/TimButterly. Also, there's a brand new video from the Wilmington, North Carolina trading card mixer that I was lucky enough to go to and hang out with some bros who were trading some high-level cards.
What?
Yeah. I just popped in. I spent $190 on PlayStation 2 games and talked to a bunch of people. And there's a fun little video about it.
That's awesome.
Patreon.com/TimButterly. And then obviously everyone knows Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast and all of your stand-up. It would be embarrassing for me to say check that out, but Matt's one of the 5 people who've done the most for me in the world, so thank you very much for doing this, dude.
Dude, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Later.